Okay, so like I said, normally I will send you the actual subheadings, but for this example, we started from scratch, so I'm developing the subheadings at the same time. And this third section is, what does hunger mean? Hunger is a Chinese term, Cantonese specifically. So this would be useful information for somebody who wants to know what is hunger. So we've answered what is hunger as a style. We talked about the five animals, the five elements. Then we went to the origins of hunger. Where did it come from? Shaolin Temple, Hong Gun was the guy who created it. And now the third section for some more useful information is, what does hunger mean? So after some research, I'm filling in this section now. Sorry, you can't see this at the bottom of the screen, but it'll come up, it'll scroll up and you'll see later. But just explaining that Hong is actually a name, a family name. Hong Gun was the guy who created it. His surname is Hong. And Ga means clan or family. So Hong Ga Kung Fu is the Hong family or Hong clan style of Kung Fu from southern China. So for somebody looking for information on Hong Ga, that's useful. They want to know these kind of things. So that section is pretty short. What does Hong Ga mean? You can't really add too much there. So for the next section, section 4, we go into some of the techniques that they use in Hong Ga, what makes it different from other styles like Wing Chun, Choi Li Fut, um, a whole lot of other different styles, Northern Shaolin. So the techniques here is what makes Hong Ga unique. So again, I googled Hong Ga techniques. I took that subheading, put it into Google. I have more sources, different sources that I can use. This page here, Sports Rec, is all about how to learn Hong Ga. So in my research, just reading quickly how to learn Hong Ga, it should have something about what kind of techniques they use that I can use in my own summary. So again, just going through the reading part of this job, you will be required to read and also identify fairly quickly what are the main points to be able to extract and put into that summary document. So here I have some main points from that section, techniques of Hong Ga or Hong Ga techniques. And here I'm just putting it into my own words with a little bit of an introduction, and then I'm going to go into more of the animal styles, the tiger claw, the leopard, snake, crane, and dragon, I believe. So here we are, the tiger claw technique. This is a very famous technique in Hong Ga. Hong Ga is also known as tiger crane style. So in explaining the techniques, you have to explain tiger claw. It's one of the main techniques in the system. And there will be a lot of information out there that you can use to extract, summarize, and put into this section under Hong Ga techniques. So more reading, scanning through web pages. Here I'm moving on to another web page to try and get more detailed information about the techniques used in Hong Ga. These are the search results that came up when I typed in Hong Ga techniques. Don't forget you also have those other web pages that you got for the first two sections that definitely will be able to contribute some words or some text to put under this section of Hong Ga techniques. And so I got a bit more specific here. I typed in Hong Ga animal techniques, so I can come up with some more useful information under each of the five animals and the techniques that they use in Hong Ga that imitate those animal movements. So you can see how we're putting together this kind of information for somebody who's searching on Google, what is hunger? They want to know more about hunger. And people who search on Google, they want information fast, quickly, under subheadings, short sentences that get to the point so they can take away that information and with some knowledge. This is not like academic writing where you have to give your sources, give evidence, support this argument. People searching online, they just want quick, quick data, quick bites of information. Okay, so section 4 is mostly done. We have included the techniques, the animal techniques, which are the distinct style of hunger. And now I move on to section 5. Again, I will give you the subheadings, but here I'm developing it from scratch. So after a bit of brainstorming, I figured a good section 5 that somebody would want to search for is how does hunger train? What are the training methods that they use? So again, I go back into Google and I Google that term, hunger training methods, training exercises, to fill in that section under 5. Section 5 will be the last section, and 200 words for 5 sections, that's 1,000 words there. So for completing that last section, section 5 on the training methods, again, I'm looking through another web page here where they go more into how to train hunger. This is another web page. Again, don't forget to include your source. And here we're just putting into our own words a little bit of an intro on what are the basic training methods of hunger. And I will use this page, the Canadian Hunger Association, to get the main training methods that are in hunger. So the basic training consists of stances and basic movements as well, which I will be drawing from here and typing or copying and putting into my sourcing document here with the reference also. You can see sometimes when you copy, the formatting is a bit too much. We just want the text. So sometimes you may need to just type it out instead of copying and pasting, especially pages like that that have a lot of graphic design elements. So here we are just going over the different stances of hunger as part of their training methods. So I will send you this full example document in Word format, but I've also included some of the conditioning in addition to the stances that hunger uses under section 5, the training methods. And here I'm just adding some more meat around each of the sections to see that it flows more logically and it makes some kind of sense. So I'm saving the document here, and my 5 sections are complete for sourcing of information and gathering the links and the sources to where we got that information from in order to put it under each of those 5 headings. So as initial first draft, 828 words done. This took me about 35 minutes, and this is not a fully complete document. I would like to get it to 1,000 words, do some more formatting, add in some sentences which will also get that word count up and also help it to flow logically. All my sources are there for where I collected various bits of information. So this document is almost fully done. So again, it took me 35 minutes to come up with about 830 words under 5 different subheadings. You will be provided with the subheadings most of the time, so you don't have to brainstorm too much to see how you're going to divide the work up, divide the summary up, as those sections will be given to you, and you can Google each of those sections individually to extract that information. Where you get that information from, please include that link just under the text where you have quoted or copied from. Yes, so again, you can see how you can very quickly put together a summary document that later can become a blog post. This document again is about 1,000 words. As you get better and better, you will be able to do this in less and less time and produce better and better high quality work. Uh, if you're interested in setting up your own blog, this is the basics of how to write blog posts that Google will rank, so that your posts will appear on the first page, and you get more traffic as people tend to click on page one of Google. So this is the basics of it, of how to do blogging. But again, you are just required to do the sourcing of information, and the full blog post will be done by somebody else. Thanks, and if you have any questions, put them in the comments below or just email me.